The evolving perception of singlehood, a balanced perspective. In the modern world, the romantic ideal of two people finding each other, falling in love, and staying together for a lifetime still resonates deeply with many. Stories of everlasting love dominate literature, films, and cultural narratives. However, the realities of contemporary life reveal a notable shift in priorities and preferences. A growing number of individuals are deliberately choosing to remain single, challenging traditional notions of relationships and marriage. In many Western countries, the decline of marriage and the rise of singlehood are striking. According to data from the General Social Survey released in 2019, over half of Americans aged 18 to 34 reported not having a steady romantic partner. In Germany, more than 40% of households consist of single individuals. While Western nations are at the forefront of this trend, the pattern is becoming evident globally. Increasingly, people across the world are choosing to live alone, prioritizing independence, personal fulfillment, and freedom over the conventions of partnership and family life. Despite this growing trend, single people often face societal challenges. The lingering stigma attached to being single can manifest in discrimination, prejudice, and financial disadvantages. A 2020 research paper titled, "Are Single People a Stigmatized Group?" highlights the unique difficulties faced by single individuals. They are more likely to earn less, pay higher taxes, and incur greater costs for social benefits and health care compared to their married counterparts. Society's preference for couplehood often overlooks the challenges faced by single individuals, reinforcing biases that can affect their quality of life. Yet, singlehood is not without its rewards. In fact, it offers a wealth of opportunities for personal growth and fulfillment. Social psychologist Bella DePaulo, a vocal advocate for the benefits of being single, argues that the advantages of marriage are often overstated. In her writings, she debunks the notion that getting married necessarily leads to greater happiness, health, or social integration. Instead, she points out that single people often thrive in ways that married individuals may not. Psychologists, being single can provide unique advantages in terms of autonomy, self-discovery, and the freedom to pursue personal passions. Single individuals often find deeper meaning in their lives by dedicating time to their interests, hobbies, and goals, without the compromises that relationships sometimes entail. This autonomy can foster creativity, resilience, and a strong sense of identity. It's important to note that the question of whether singlehood is preferable to partnership doesn't have a one-size-fits-all answer. People's needs, desires, and circumstances vary widely. For many, building a life with a partner provides joy, stability, and companionship. For others, the idea of pairing up and settling down feels limiting, and they flourish by embracing the freedom and opportunities of single life. The happiness myth, reevaluating the role of marriage and singlehood in modern life. For centuries, marriage has been the foundation of human society. It has been celebrated as the ideal way to live, a union that brings happiness, stability, and purpose. From a young age, we're conditioned to believe that finding a partner, walking down the aisle, and building a family is the ultimate life goal. This narrative is so deeply ingrained that it's often considered the natural and proper way of living, yet this societal expectation leaves little room for those who deviate from the norm. Singles, particularly those who choose to remain single, are often perceived through a lens of pity or judgment. They may be seen as undesirable, irresponsible, or even failures who are avoiding the challenges of relationships. The cultural message is clear. Happiness and fulfillment are tied to relationships and marriage. Newer research has begun to challenge these outdated notions. According to Kislev, while married people may experience a temporary boost in happiness around the time of their wedding, this effect is short-lived. Over time, their levels of happiness typically return to the baseline they experienced prior to marriage. This phenomenon, sometimes referred to as the honeymoon effect, highlights how fleeting marital happiness can be. Moreover, long-term studies on marital satisfaction have found that happiness tends to decline over time in married couples, regardless of the duration of their marriage. Parenting, another aspect of marriage often tied to fulfillment, also shows no consistent impact on overall life satisfaction. This challenges the deeply rooted belief that marriage and family life are the ultimate keys to happiness. The rise of the single-at-heart movement. In contrast to the traditional narrative, many people are discovering that singlehood can be just as fulfilling, if not more so, than married life. Social psychologist Bella DiPaolo has coined the term single-at-heart to describe individuals who find their greatest meaning, authenticity, and happiness in being single. For these people, singlehood isn't a fallback or a temporary state, but a deliberate and fulfilling choice. Singlehood offers unique advantages that are often overlooked. Without the responsibilities and compromises that come with marriage, single individuals can dedicate themselves fully to personal growth, career ambitions, and creative pursuits that are based on your interests. They have the freedom to make decisions based solely on their own values and goals, rather than considering the needs and preferences of a partner or family. Furthermore, being single allows for deeper connections outside the confines of a romantic relationship. Many singles build rich social networks, develop meaningful friendships, and engage in community activities that foster a sense of belonging and purpose. These connections can be just as rewarding, if not more so, than the bond between spouses. Challenging the stigma. Despite the growing number of people who choose singlehood, the stigma surrounding it persists. Singles are often perceived as incomplete or lacking something essential, especially if they express no desire for marriage or long-term partnerships. This societal bias can lead to feelings of inadequacy or pressure to conform, even for those who are content with their single status. The real challenge lies not in being single, but in overcoming the cultural narrative that equates marriage with success and happiness. By shifting the focus from societal expectations to individual fulfillment, we can begin to appreciate the diverse ways people find meaning in their lives. A balanced perspective on happiness, the question of whether marriage or singlehood leads to greater happiness, ultimately depends on the individual. For some, marriage provides a deep sense of connection and purpose, while for others, it may feel restrictive or misaligned with their personal goals. Amy related that, similarly, singlehood can be a source of immense freedom and growth, but it isn't without its challenges. What's most important is that people feel empowered to make choices that align with their authentic selves. By shedding the outdated myths surrounding marriage and singlehood, we can create a more inclusive society that values and respects diverse lifestyles. Happiness is not a one-size-fits-all concept. Whether single or married, the key lies in embracing the path that feels right for you. For some, that path may involve a partner by their side. For others, it may mean walking alone but with a heart full of purpose and joy. In the end, it's not about conforming to societal expectations. It's about living a life that feels truly your own, cultivating healthier forms of love, lessons from philosophy and modern perspectives. In many cultures, romantic love is elevated to the status of an ultimate concern, something that is considered one of the highest aspirations of human existence. Movies, books, and music glorify the passion, excitement, and deep emotional connection that come with romance, often portraying it as the pinnacle of fulfillment and happiness. Yet romantic love, for all its allure, is only one of many ways humans can express and experience love. There are other forms of love that are often overlooked, but are equally, if not more, meaningful. Love between friends, family members, and even the broader community. These forms of love are often overshadowed by the fiery, all-consuming nature of romance, but ancient wisdom and modern insights suggest they may offer a healthier, more sustainable path to happiness. Romantic love, passionate but perilous. Romantic love has long been associated with intense passion, excitement, and even chaos. The idea of being swept off one's feet, of losing oneself in the depths of another person, is thrilling. However, it is this very intensity that can also lead to suffering. Philosophers throughout history have recognized the dual-edged nature of romance. Epicurus, the ancient Greek philosopher known for his teachings on happiness and pleasure, was particularly skeptical of romantic and sexual passion. He advocated for a life of simplicity, tranquility, and rationality, warning against the dangers of unbridled desire. Epicurus famously stated, "Sexual intercourse never helped anyone, and one must be satisfied if it has not harmed." His concern wasn't with the act of intimacy itself, but with the overwhelming passion that often accompanies it. He believed that romantic and sexual passion could disrupt a peaceful mind, leading to jealousy, heartbreak, addiction, and even self-destruction. Epicurus argued that such desires could consume one's time, resources, and emotional well-being, ultimately trading the simplicity of a joyful life for fleeting and often destructive pleasures. In the modern world, the dangers Epicurus warned about are still evident. Romantic relationships, while capable of bringing joy and connection, often come with significant challenges. Intense jealousy, fear of loss, heartbreak, and the emotional roller coaster of romantic entanglements are common experiences. Moreover, the cultural obsession with finding the one can place immense pressure on individuals, leading to unrealistic expectations and deep dissatisfaction when reality falls short of the ideal. The enduring power of friendship, in contrast to the volatility of romantic love, friendship offers a calmer, steadier, and arguably healthier form of connection. While it may lack the fiery passion of romance, friendship provides a source of mutual respect, understanding, and support that can endure over time. Epicurus championed friendship as one of life's greatest pleasures. He envisioned an ideal life spent in the company of trusted friends, sharing simple joys like bread, cheese, and wine. Unlike the fleeting highs and lows of romantic passion, friendships are built on common ground and mutual care, often deepening over years of shared experiences. Friendships are not burdened by the possessiveness or exclusivity that often characterize romantic relationships. Instead, they allow for freedom, mutual growth, and emotional stability. A true friend offers support without the fear of abandonment or betrayal that can plague romantic connections. This makes friendship a profoundly fulfilling form of love, one that nourishes the soul without drama and singleness. And the freedom to diversify love. One of the often overlooked advantages of singlehood is the opportunity to cultivate diverse and meaningful connections. Without the demands of a romantic partner, singles can direct their love and energy toward a wider circle of people, including friends, family, neighbors, and even the broader community. Epicurus championed friendship as one of life's greatest pleasures. He envisioned an ideal life spent in the company of trusted friends, sharing simple joys like bread, cheese, and wine. Unlike the fleeting highs and lows of romantic passion, friendships are built on common ground and mutual care, often deepening over years of shared experiences. Friendships are not burdened by the possessiveness or exclusivity that often characterized romantic relationships. Instead, they allow for freedom, mutual growth, and emotional stability. A true friend offers support without the fear of abandonment or betrayal that can plague romantic connections. This makes friendship a profoundly fulfilling form of love, one that nourishes the soul without drama and cross singles, and the freedom to diversify love. One of the often overlooked advantages of singlehood is the opportunity to cultivate diverse and meaningful connections. And diversity and meaningful connections, without the demands of a romantic partner, singles can direct their love and energy toward a wider circle of people, including friends, family, neighbors, and even the broader community. Social psychologist Bella DePaulo highlights that singles often have more time and emotional capacity to invest in these relationships compared to their married counterparts. They are more likely to nurture long-term friendships, build strong family bonds, and engage actively in their communities. In contrast, married individuals, especially those with children, often find their attention and energy consumed by their immediate families, leaving less room for other connections. This broader distribution of love can lead to a rich and fulfilling social life. Singles are not constrained by the exclusivity of romantic love and can experience the joy of meaningful interactions with a variety of people. This diversification not only strengthens their social networks but also provides a sense of belonging and purpose that is less dependent on a single individual. A balanced approach to love, while it's easy to romanticize the idea of true love and soulmates, it's worth considering that romantic love is not the only or even the best way to experience connection and fulfillment. Friendship, familial bonds, and community relationships offer profound and enduring forms of love that can bring deep satisfaction without the emotional turmoil often associated with romance. Cultivating healthier forms of love doesn't mean rejecting romance altogether. Instead, it means recognizing the value of other types of connections and not allowing romantic love to overshadow them. A balanced approach to love involves appreciating the diversity of ways we can connect with others and nurturing relationships that contribute to our overall well-being. By broadening our understanding of love and moving beyond the narrow focus on romance, we can create a life filled with meaningful connections, emotional stability, and enduring joy. Whether through the steadfast loyalty of friends, the unconditional support of family, or the shared experiences of a community, love in all its forms has the power to enrich our lives and bring us closer to the tranquility and happiness that philosophers like Epicurus so highly valued. The liberation of singlehood, finding freedom and meaning in life freedom, is one of the most cherished aspects of singlehood, a quality that sets it apart from married life. For those who embrace singlehood, this freedom extends beyond the practicalities of daily decision-making. It touches the very core of how we define and pursue meaning in our lives. Without the constraints of a partner or the expectations of a spouse, single individuals have the unique ability to craft a life entirely on their terms. The freedom to live authentically. When you're single, you have the autonomy to make choices without needing to justify them to anyone. There's no need for discussions, compromises, or sacrifices to align your decisions with a partner's preferences or priorities. Taking care of yourself, this sense of independence allows singles to fully explore their interests, passions, and goals, unencumbered by the relational dynamics that often accompany marriage. Whether it's changing careers, moving to a new city, pursuing an unconventional hobby, or taking time for self-discovery, single individuals have the flexibility to act decisively. This freedom is not a rejection of relationships, but an embrace of the boundless possibilities that come from prioritizing one's own aspirations. Creating meaning in a world without guarantees, French-Algerian philosopher Albert Camus offers a compelling perspective on the search for meaning. According to Camus, the universe is inherently devoid of meaning. There is no grand purpose or predetermined plan for human existence. In his view, seeking a universal meaning of life is futile. Instead, Camus encourages us to create meaning ourselves, to find purpose in the act of living rather than in external validations or societal expectations. Traditional societal structures, including religion and cultural norms, often impose a narrative about what constitutes a meaningful life. Marriage, relationships, and raising children are frequently presented as the ultimate markers of fulfillment. But as Camus argues, it's absurd to claim with certainty that one path is inherently more meaningful than another. For single individuals, this philosophy can be liberating. Without the societal pressures that often accompany relationships and family life, singles are free to forge their own path, defining meaning on their terms. Whether it's dedicating themselves to a career, creative pursuits, or personal growth, they can immerse themselves fully in their chosen endeavors without feeling constrained by convention. Nikola Tesla. A life of purposeful solitude. The life of Nikola Tesla provides a powerful example of the freedom and focus that singlehood can offer. Tesla, a brilliant inventor and engineer, remained a lifelong bachelor. He believed that abstaining from romantic relationships allowed him to channel all his energy into his work. Tesla's dedication to science and innovation led to groundbreaking advancements in electricity and technology, many of which continue to shape the modern world. While Tesla's level of devotion to his craft may seem extreme, his life underscores an important point. Singlehood offers an unparalleled opportunity to concentrate fully on one's passions. As a result, they can take the learnings of their primary passions and apply them to concentrate fully on one's passions. Without the emotional and practical demands of a relationship, singles can allocate their time, energy, and resources entirely to what they value most. The autonomy to pursue passions. Social psychologist Bella DiPaolo, a leading voice on the benefits of singlehood, highlights how single individuals often prioritize meaningful work and personal growth more than their married counterparts. According to DiPaolo, lifelong singles tend to develop a greater sense of autonomy over time, allowing them to navigate life with confidence and self-reliance. This autonomy is not just about independence, it's about the freedom to focus on what truly matters. Singles are often more attuned to their passions, whether it's advancing in their careers, pursuing creative projects, or engaging in community service. They also tend to have more time to cultivate diverse relationships, such as friendships and family connections, which can provide a rich and varied support network. Turning away from convention, choosing to remain single can be seen as an act of defiance against societal norms. It's a decision to reject the conventional narrative that equates marriage with success and fulfillment. This doesn't mean singles are anti-relationship or that they disdain marriage. Rather, it reflects a commitment to living authentically, free from the constraints of expectations that don't resonate with their values. For singles, this freedom can be transformative. It opens the door to self-discovery and allows for a deeper understanding of what truly brings joy and satisfaction. By prioritizing their own needs and desires, single individuals can build lives that are uniquely fulfilling, unburdened by the compromises that relationships often require. The expansive potential of singlehood, the freedom of singlehood, is not just about avoiding obligations. It's about embracing possibilities. It's about having the time and space to explore, to create, and to grow. It's about the ability to live deliberately, crafting a life that reflects one's values and aspirations. For some, this might mean pursuing a career with unrelenting focus. For others, it could involve traveling the world, learning new skills, or engaging in activism. The point is that singlehood offers the freedom to choose, to experiment, and to evolve without being tethered to a predefined path. Conclusion. Singlehood is a celebration of freedom, the freedom to live authentically, to define one's own meaning, and to pursue passions without compromise. It's a life unbound by societal expectations, where individuals can explore the full spectrum of what it means to be human. For those who embrace it, singlehood is not a consolation prize or a lesser alternative to marriage. It's a powerful opportunity to live boldly and intentionally, whether through work, art, relationships, or personal growth. The freedom of singlehood allows individuals to create lives of profound meaning and purpose. In a world that often prioritizes conformity, choosing to live authentically as a single person is an act of courage and a testament to the limitless potential of the human spirit. The power of self-sufficiency. Embracing solitude and thriving alone in a world that often glorifies relationships as the ultimate source of happiness and fulfillment, the concept of self-sufficiency offers a powerful counterpoint. For single individuals, solitude can be a gift rather than a burden, a chance to cultivate independence, emotional resilience, and a deeper sense of self-worth. Contrary to societal norms that suggest we are incomplete without a partner, many happy singles demonstrate that wholeness comes from within, not from another person. Redefining wholeness. Modern culture frequently perpetuates the myth that we are only half of a whole and need another person to complete us. This notion, often romanticized in literature, movies, and music, places undue pressure on relationships to fill emotional voids. But happy singles challenge this idea by proving that completeness is a personal achievement, not something granted by a romantic partner. The reality is that no relationship can permanently cure feelings of emptiness or guarantee happiness. If romantic fulfillment were a universal solution, every couple would be blissfully content and every single person would be miserable. Clearly, this isn't true. Singles who embrace self-sufficiency understand that true fulfillment comes from within, not from external sources. Breaking the cycle of dependency. For some, the belief that happiness lies in romance leads to a relentless pursuit of relationships, with individuals jumping from one partnership to the next in search of something elusive. This pattern can resemble an addiction, as people seek fleeting highs without addressing the underlying issues that prevent lasting satisfaction. Singlehood, on the other hand, provides an opportunity to break this cycle. It invites individuals to take full responsibility for their own well-being, shifting the focus inward instead of outward. This process isn't about rejecting relationships altogether, but about cultivating a strong foundation of self-reliance that doesn't hinge on another person's presence. The benefits of emotional self-sufficiency, becoming emotionally self-sufficient, offers several profound benefits. First, it's empowering. When happiness depends primarily on internal factors, it becomes far more reliable and less vulnerable to external circumstances. The ups and downs of life are easier to navigate when our emotional well-being isn't tethered to the actions or presence of others. Second, self-sufficiency is cost-efficient, not just financially but emotionally. The less we depend on external validation or material comforts to feel content, the more sustainable our happiness becomes. Learning to find joy in simple pleasures and cultivating a sense of gratitude can transform our outlook on life. Third, self-sufficiency prepares us for the inevitabilities of life. Loneliness, like death, is an experience we all face at some point. Those who thrive in solitude develop a resilience that allows them to face these moments with strength and grace. As Jean-Paul Sartre wisely observed, if you are lonely when you're alone, you are in bad company. By learning to enjoy our own company, we transform solitude into a source of peace rather than fear. Embracing solitude as a growth opportunity, far from being a state to dread, solitude can be a powerful tool for personal growth. It provides the space to reflect, explore, and develop a deeper understanding of ourselves. In solitude, we can pursue our passions, set meaningful goals, and build lives that are rich with purpose. Moreover, embracing solitude doesn't mean isolating ourselves. Single individuals often have the freedom to cultivate a diverse and fulfilling network of friendships, family bonds, and community connections. These relationships can provide support and companionship while still allowing for the independence that defines self-sufficiency. A new perspective on happiness. Happiness is often misunderstood as something to be pursued, acquired, or achieved. But self-sufficient individuals recognize that happiness is a state of being, not a destination. It arises from within, fueled by gratitude, self-acceptance, and the ability to find joy in everyday moments. For single people, this perspective is particularly valuable. It shifts the focus from what's missing to what's already present, fostering a sense of contentment that doesn't rely on external circumstances. In this way, self-sufficiency becomes a pathway to genuine happiness, a happiness that's unshakable because it's rooted in the self-conclusion. Thriving alone self-sufficiency is not about rejecting relationships or isolating oneself from the world. It's about building a strong foundation of independence that allows for deeper connections, greater resilience, and a more fulfilling life. For single individuals, solitude can be a source of empowerment, growth, and joy. A reminder that we are complete just as we are. By embracing self-sufficiency, we not only enhance our own lives, but also redefine what it means to be happy and whole. In a society that often equates worth with romantic attachment, the ability to thrive alone is a radical and transformative act, one that proves true true fulfillment comes from within.
Thank you for watching. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe.